I didn't know there would be crotch shots. That's so funny. He was like, you can't even see holes on TV. Hey everybody, it's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlemagne the God. This is the Breakfast Club. And if you're just tuning in, this is actually Convosaries. I'm RJ.
Oh, this is Dash.
And I'm Trevin.
And today we have a special guest. Today we have Summer. Say hey.
Hey.
Yeah, that's Summer. So basically we just, this is our first guest. Everybody make her feel welcome when you're listening. Just think, good thoughts. Basically is what I'm saying.
How come I don't get good thoughts, Doug?
Hey, man.
This is some discrimination on here.
Now, what have you guys been up to? What y'all been up to this week, man?
I've just been chilling. There's been so much snow that I haven't been able to work, Doug.
Yeah, it has.
So, just been like, I started doing yoga, so that's been dope.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've been doing yoga for a minute, dude. I love that. Gotta keep the body active. Either I go gym, workout, or yoga.
Bro,
so,
yoga is hard. I've done it before.
It is.
Now,
but
granted, it was the P90X yoga.
What is that?
What?
What is that?
The P90X?
Yeah.
It's like one of the most, or supposedly at the time, one of the most intense home video workouts.
I think I remember that. Was that Sean T?
Yeah, I think Sean T was in there. Yeah.
I think I did that
and then they
in
did
high school.
Insanity too, which I still own. That shit is hard. No lie.
Okay.
But I did do the yoga. That shit is harder than you think it is, bro.
It's something else. But yeah, that's what I've been up to, Doug.
That's what's up.
Yoga's whack, ladies and gentlemen.
Coming from the wackest man in the world.
What you been up to, Trevor?
Shooting, editing music video for, and I can't say much more, for rapper J Case.
Noise.
Shouts out. But,
Shouts out.
yeah, I can actually show you guys after the show. But it's going to be unreleased. The song, IB, is now released on Spotify. Follow J Case on Spotify, featuring yours truly.
It's dope.
Yeah, available now. Other than that.
Other than the shameless plug.
What you been
Not
up
a
to,
lot of
man?
news.
Bro, it's been a freaking week, man. So I had problems with my car. I just finally got it fixed. So I think it was like Thursday, maybe Friday. I had 2 flat tires.
Dang.
Right.
At the same time?
Yes. And one of them was completely shredded. And the other one was already my freaking, my donut that I had on my car, my spare tire. That one had went flat. I was like, oh, man. But finally got it fixed today. And this Sunday, we shoot on Sundays. So it took forever. That shit had me upset.
Yeah.
But all's good in the world now.
Okay.
Just working, as always. Summer, what you been up to?
Oh, fuck.
Boom, right there.
Unexpected.
No warning.
Okay.
Right into it.
Yes. I guess I've just been chilling, working. I'm getting ready to move to Arizona, so
That's so
nice.
I am
Because it's
planning
warmer,
that.
right?
Yes, that's exactly why.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes. I'm getting the fuck out the cold, and I've been here my whole life, so I'm ready to do something different. So
Leave it behind.
yes, that's some big shit. So that's what I've been up to. Honestly, I've been getting ready to do that. So
I got you.
Respect.
yeah.
So basically, I know you. I know they want to ask questions. And then everybody listening wants to know stuff. Tell us, where are you from, where you grew up, all that, good stuff. Dash, if you have
all that
questions,
jazz.
Trevin, jump in.
Word.
Sick. Okay, so I grew up here in Utah. I've lived all over Utah, West Valley, Salt Lake, Kearns, Murray, everywhere. I don't know.
That's all around.
Everywhere, yeah, pretty much. I moved around a lot, so that.
So were you kind of raised in the typical Utah fashion?
No, definitely not. I didn't grow up with any religion or anything. My mom worked a lot and was not around as often, and if she was home, she was sleeping because she was working a lot. So I kind of raised myself in a way, I guess.
I hear that a lot.
In a certain way, yeah. So I mean, I don't really. It was definitely different. It was very different. I kind of did my own thing like pretty much my entire life. So I've kind of just been doing whatever. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're moving to Arizona,
yes.
right? And is there like anything that you're gonna miss from here?
Obviously, just the good people that I know. Like all of my friends that I have, I've known for a really long time. I've known them for many years. Like. It's hard to pick up and leave, but everyone has their own lives now. We're all getting older and doing other shit, so. And I'm ready to do something different. I can't keep doing the same shit, so.
That's true though.
Yeah.
It's hard
it's
as hell
hard.
to leave like lifelong friends.
Yeah,
like,
so hard.
I know you did that.
So,
Dad, she's
dude.
from South Africa. He left family, everything.
Yeah.
I left mine just back in Alabama.
Yeah, no.
But it's always hard
Yeah.
because a lot of people want you to stay and you're comfortable because it's what you know.
Yeah.
That comfortable, that's the shit that gets you, man.
Yeah, no, it is. You're like, I'll just stay. It's fine. Like, no, you try to do what you know, but you have to at some point just be like, fuck it, let's do it. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Something's got to give at some point. Like.
Exactly. No.
I just realized.
I'm curious. Have you ever lived in Ogden?
I've never lived in Ogden.
Oh, okay. Because I was
No.
about to say you might have known. You guys might have met somehow, some way.
I mean, although it
Consider
is a
yourself
small
lucky.
like city though, like you see people fucking everywhere all over Utah that you're like,
That's true.
what the
That's
fuck?
true. Yeah, because
You're
Utah
like,
is so
what?
small.
Yes,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, it's crazy.
10 years later, you're like, fuck. What are you doing here?
I know. So, dude, what was like the biggest challenge for you moving out here from Alabama?
It really honestly wasn't a challenge to me because I've lived in other places.
That's
like
true.
without my
Because
family.
of the army, right?
No. Actually, no. Anywhere I've lived is because I've chosen to go there. Like when
Really?
I went to South America, I was an exchange student, so I just lived there, by myself. And then when I moved to Spain, by myself. So like, Utah from Alabama wasn't a big because I had already
It's down the street.
I was already living away from home. I was in Kentucky at the time before I moved here, so I was just like, I'm gonna travel another 3,000 miles. So.
It's just a new place. Just
You
a
know.
new place to check off, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And before Utah, I was like, who the fuck lives in Utah? I was like, who? Like, I don't even know. It's like one of those places
these
like.
two live in Utah.
Welcome.
It's like the Dakotas. It's like people actually live there, North and South Dakota.
I love that.
But I mean, now that I'm out here, I'm like, oh, it's actually cool ass people.
Yeah, that's so true.
And now before the way of thinking now, I was like, I'll stay for like a year, 2 at the absolute most.
Yeah.
Then I'm gone.
Yeah.
I've been here for a year and a half. In August, it'll be 2 full years.
It's
Crazy.
growing on you.
And I'm like, I can see myself here for a few more years.
It grows on you.
Okay.
I actually like it.
Yeah.
And the snow and winter is all different for me. So.
Yeah.
I love it, especially the mountains. I've never been in
the
a
mountains
place
do it.
where
Mhm.
I could just look out and see mountains almost everywhere I
Right.
go. Like,
Right.
that's beautiful, dude.
It is. It is.
So that's my favorite one.
I gotta say, as being from here, the people that are here, like a lot of people I grew up with, they talk about how Utah is this and that and sucks, and the people here and the religion and the government and the everything. Those are people from here.
Oh,
People
where?
from anywhere else that I know
Yeah.
that move here. Like, I know people that have moved here from like all over the country, all over the world. And they're like, I might stay here. I love it here.
They
It's
love
beautiful.
it.
People
They
are nice.
love
Like,
it.
people
It's
are.
crazy.
I wouldn't say people are nice. I mean,
Not
I
always.
am from Alabama.
Yeah.
Southern hospitality is a thing
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah.
But
Talk
people
to me,
are
dude.
people
Talk to me about
everywhere.
that
Yeah.
Southern hospitality, cause I've heard about it in movies and everything, but I know it's like being polite and everything.
It's a lot different than Mormon hospitality.
Yeah, tell me, like, okay, describe what is Southern hospitality. Define it for me, and then
Oh,
let's
man.
go into it.
I hope I remember everything, or my friends are gonna be mad.
You got Alabama in your back
Put
right
him
now.
on the spot.
All right, so Southern hospitality.
Mm.
Number one, when we see you, stranger or not, hey, how you doing? It's gonna be like a warm greeting with a smile, where we mean it, not like other places where people will or just stare you down like you have no soul. Back home, like a friendly greeting, hey, how's it going? A lot of times, like if I showed up with one of y'all back at home, you don't know my family, you don't know my friends, you're still gonna get a hug. Hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
You doing all right? Yeah. And just because you're my friend or I brought you around, you're gonna be friends. When you go to somebody's house, you have to always offer them something to drink, something to eat. You know, they're a guest in your home. They came to see you or someone that lives there. You know what I mean?
They
be
took time
friendly.
out of their day.
Exactly.
To come and spend time with you.
They're
so,
in your space. Exactly. They're in your space. I mean, it goes beyond that. Let's just say that so I don't forget it. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
But I did have some topics today, though. But before I get into that, the way Summer and I met, you forgot to ask. I know you were asking before we started.
Oh.
Do you remember how we met?
I'll be completely honest. I don't know
That's
if I
alright.
do. Well, because I feel like I saw you a couple times, maybe like at work and stuff before, but then well, I feel like we didn't officially meet until I came over and we went out to the club that night.
Exactly.
So yeah.
That's it. Yeah, I had seen you before. I think the first time I saw you was at like a different place.
Okay.
But you were working.
Yeah, I was probably
Yeah, so I was like, oh, okay, cute, pink hair. And I was like, dope. And then I remember you coming to my place of work.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's the same. That's got to be that same hair color.
Yeah, no.
I was like, that's the same hair. And then I realized you were a friend of mine, my friend, Terrence. So you were a friend of his. And then we went out. And I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, and I've been friends with Terrence for like for a long ass time. Like when I started the job I work now was with Terrence actually.
Yeah,
so,
okay.
Yeah,
oh,
so
nice.
I've known him for a minute. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Then we drank and I was like,
Yeah.
Turned up. And I was like, oh, I like the way you turned up.
Yeah, that shit was so much fun. Hell, a good time.
Yeah. How long ago was that?
Fuck, not even that long ago. I feel like it's like
long.
August, maybe? Like July, August?
Probably.
Maybe September? I don't know. It was
around that time.
in that general frame.
It was around that time. Alright. So, real quick though, y'all been in the news lately?
Coronavirus?
Sure.
That's all I know. That's all I know, Doug.
Nah.
There's always a virus.
There's always a virus.
Alright, so we don't get too political on this show. But as deep as we go is gonna go here. Did you guys hear about Nancy Pelosi ripping up Donald Trump's State of the Union?
Oh, I did.
Okay, yes, yeah.
No, I have no idea.
Okay.
She you should see the video. She's
She's
petty
pissed.
wop. She is petty as hell.
So what happened exactly?
He didn't shake her hand. And like, from what I'm seeing, alright, I could be missing a lot. But he didn't shake her hand. Boom. She felt disrespected. He turned around, whatever. She rips up his speech. And then they asked her about it. They were like, so, like, why'd you do it? And she was like, I think it was the only appropriate thing to do at the time, considering the options. So I was like, oh, savage.
Get it.
I was just wondering if y'all heard about that.
I heard something. Basically that.
And did you hear, so I know y'all don't talk much about sports either. But did y'all know about the Super Bowl? The freaking Chiefs won. So I predicted
Shouts
that.
out.
Respect. That was
Right.
a good game. Dude,
It
like
was.
they were down and they
Yeah.
made a comeback.
Y'all hear about J-Lo and Shakira getting flack?
Oh yeah,
For, like,
definitely.
Of course, who hasn't
The
heard
halftime
that?
show being too sexy. Number one, everybody's been bringing this up. I saw Janet Jackson whip out a whole titty.
Ooh.
You know, when I was younger, and she got less flack. You know what I mean? That's messed up. But I loved the whole show. I love Shakira from way back when, and she looks the exact same as when when those hits came out.
Yeah.
I've been
Has
saying
anybody
it all
ever
week.
seen a Super Bowl? I've been looking at the memes, and my favorite one, man, I keep seeing them, but my favorite one has got pictures of somebody half naked from literally every Super Bowl the last 20 years. It's like a collage, and it's like, shut the hell up or whatever. I don't know.
Or whatever.
I'm not a meme god. I'm not a meme god, man. But you get the point. Shut the hell up.
It's been
or whatever.
going on. It's not a topic. Like they don't
It's
need
not even-
every single year they try to bring it up as some big fucking thing, but it's been going on. Like
Right.
we're over it already, honestly.
And I'm glad that we get a woman's perspective this week. Because normally it's just three guys with their own opinions where we don't really look shit up.
At all.
I love that.
That's our catchphrase. Welcome back to Convosaries, where
All
none of
these
the facts are backed
based
up
on
by
nothing.
Yup. Oh man, hilarious.
No research. So I was just wondering about that, about the halftime show and all that stuff. And you guys know what quality control is?
It's
Whoa.
record label.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what the stripper bowl is?
Oh yeah. Okay.
You know what the stripper bowl is.
I spend way too much fucking time on the internet, so of
I'm
course
right there with you.
I saw all that shit. I saw all that
Yeah.
shit about the stripper bowl.
Alright, so the stripper bowl comes around when the Super Bowl comes up, and I think this is the second year.
Yeah, it's like the second
Okay.
year. Yeah.
So, like, basically, it's where they hire a bunch of strippers to come into a club wherever, you know, the Super Bowl is happening, and then make it rain. Like, and when I say rain, I'm talking about Hoover Dam.
They bring like $1 million, I think.
Yeah,
They bring
in
$1 million.
like cash.
Yeah, in cash.
And like, you're literally walking,
Wow.
like, it's like the snow out here. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
But this year, so in the contracts, I guess the strippers were, from what I'm understanding, strippers were hired as like go-go dancers, and they were not allowed to pick up any of the money, because that was going to be divvied out through like the club, and they had in their contract like a set, you know, amount. Like, I don't know what their amount was, but say $1,500.
So they got paid for the gig, but
Exactly, but no tips. So people were like fucking going off. Cardi B got in it. She was like mad. But then she was like, but I'd be mad more for the strippers who are like actually working for that shit than the other strippers who are just like doing nothing, like I'm here for a paycheck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that was interesting. I wanted to ask you what you think about it.
I mean, I saw so much stuff about that because I don't know. Like I said, too much time on the fucking internet.
Yeah.
But to have so many people like fly in to go and be a part of that and think that they're gonna make all that money and to make fucking bullshit ass money to work 16 hours and make not shit, like, that's honestly fucking ridiculous. Like, what is the fucking point of the stripper bowl if you're not gonna actually make it rain? Like,
Right.
you're gonna make it rain like in the club for all you're gonna pay out all these other men, but and have all these women like entertain you.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's fucked up to me. I don't know.
It is fucked up.
They got played. They got played in my opinion, and that's fucked up. That's just fucked up.
And did you see all the strippers like in the airport
Yeah,
trying to get back
they're all
home,
trying to get
like
back home.
surviving on
They-
$40?
They thought they were gonna
Really?
actually make enough money to get there, have a good time while they were there, and get back home. And they really only had enough money to get there and not even get back home.
Hey.
Yeah, a bunch of them bought like
They
one-way
all-
tickets.
They all and too because they thought they were gonna have enough to fucking get home and like fucking party while they were there, and that didn't fucking happen. They all ended up fucking stranded with no money.
Which is crazy.
I'm sure they spent all their money on fucking hotel and other shit like that, hotel and Ubers to get to and from the fucking stripper bowl and other shit.
Right.
So
Right.
that's bullshit. That's
is.
bullshit.
That's messed up. But I think quality control, they were like, we're not the ones that hire the strippers. We have nothing to do with their contracts, blah, blah, blah. It was something
where
about
did the money come
promoter.
from, though?
I think it's the promoter or the
Exactly.
club owner, something like that. I might be slandering somebody right now.
Who knows? At the end of the day, like, it's the internet, and we actually don't know shit about shit because it's the internet, and it's been
That's
talked
so
about.
true.
It came from 10 other people, 20
Yeah.
other people. Who fucking even knows? So, at the end of the day, like, I'm gonna talk shit about it, but do I really know?
No.
I don't know shit.
Maybe
I'll
not.
be
And
the
we
first
never
to say
said.
I don't know shit.
we never said we
You're
were
in the
experts.
right place.
Exactly,
No,
no.
You're in the right place.
We just closed early
Speaking
on.
of the internet, other things in the internet this week, and not on in the internet this week, you guys see that G-Eazy and Meg Thee Stallion were all booed up, hugged up, and whatnot?
I saw that shit.
And then somebody in the comments, I remember when it was posted.
Yeah.
Meg Thee Stallion posted it, and like I of course follow her. Of course.
Oh my god, yes.
So she posted it, and then like I actually saw that comment, the one that everybody's talking about, like, why is he trying to suck the makeup off your face? Or all the bronzer?
She said he liked Fenty.
He liked Fenty. I was dead. I hit a like. I was like, I'm done reading comments already. I'm done.
Oh my god.
But yeah, that shit was funny.
Yeah.
And then Chet Hanks, y'all know about him, right?
No.
Okay.
I know,
Yeah, no, we've been
Thank
seeing
you.
again. I told you I spent too
I'm
much
on the
time.
internet,
I
too.
spent way too much time there. No.
You make me feel better.
Yeah, no.
For knowing all this
Thank
shit.
you. I'm like, thank you.
I'm
That
like
makes me
so
feel
lost,
better
dog.
too.
Who's the chat dude?
Chet Hanks.
Chet
Tom
Hanks.
Hanks' son.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright, so he's been in the news lately too, or all over social media lately, because he does a patois. You guys know what patois is?
No.
Like Jamaican accent.
Okay.
Right? He speaks very heavy patois.
Mm.
But everybody been going crazy about it, like in both good ways and bad ways. But anyway, he did it again, talking about G-Eazy and Meg Thee Stallion, talking about, we like them tick gals, fire about that. That shit was funny as fuck. That's really all I had to say. I just had to let somebody else know, and I'm glad you know something.
Yeah, no, I definitely saw that.
Alright, so Valentine's Day is coming up. Let's talk about it. By the time this episode airs, it'll have passed already.
Word.
So what'd y'all do in the comments? You guys listening? What'd you guys do for Valentine's Day while we talk about future stuff? I have zero plans. What day is Valentine's Day on? I don't even know.
I don't even know either.
Friday.
Fuck.
It's on a Friday?
Okay.
Hey,
I only know because
Almost
I have a show the day before.
Okay.
Word to Victoria.
Anybody got plans? Who's got plans?
Shouts
I'm
out to
saving
my
money
wife.
on Valentine's Day, Doug. That's what I'm doing this
Oh, for
year.
real?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Legit.
I wish I freaking like. Nah, I don't. Never mind. I like the idea of saving money. Don't let me get the line to y'all.
Yeah.
But like we're selling like where I work, we're selling like these big ass teddy bears, and like we've had them for like a whole month, 2 months, and it's crazy. Like when people bring out like just something for the next holiday, like when Valentine's Day goes away. 4th of July or whatever. No, St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's.
St. Patrick's.
Immediately.
We're probably getting products in now.
Dang.
I mean, you'll probably put it out even before the fucking holiday.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're probably like Wednesday. The stuff will be out. It's crazy. Like
Easter
merchandising.
and shit too. I'm sure Easter's gonna be in
yeah.
there
I
real
completely
quick.
forgot about
real quick.
that.
Yeah.
Isn't Mardi Gras this week or something? It's this month for sure.
It's really
right?
I'm like it's real close
It's
in
around the month.
the general time frame of now.
Y'all ever gone to any Mardi Gras?
Nah, I got to though. I got to.
Oh,
Where's
I
it?
want to.
Like, where should I go? For
Dash,
Mardi
I'm so fucking happy you asked me that.
Yeah.
I kinda
Because you're
set
the
you up for
expert,
that.
dog. You're the expert.
Number one, let me tell you this,
Yeah.
you guys. Listen this, all right? I got that from a podcast. This is funny to me. I don't care who's not laughing. No, but so Mardi Gras actually started in Alabama, Mobile, Alabama. Yeah, we got shit. We also have NASA there, but so it started in Alabama, Mobile. It's not pronounced mobile. Mobile. It's Mobile. But it's crazy because every year they do what's called
Bama. Shout
like
out.
a moon pie drop, like on like New Year's, because they're known for moon pies for some
The
reason.
little.
The moon pies,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. I love moon pies
snacks.
actually.
Those are my
Yeah.
favorite.
Marshmallows and the graham crackers covered in chocolate.
Okay.
Yeah. So like on Mardi Gras, they throw out a bunch of moon pies on the during the parades. But I've never been there for that
Aw.
for Mardi Gras. But I have been to New Orleans like twice, 2 different Mardi Gras. Yeah, everything you've heard is so true.
Okay.
It's so true.
Titties and
it's
beads?
lit. Titties and beads
Everything.
and everything else.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say that I did a helicopter on Bourbon Street. think about it.
Okay.
But I took a
Okay.
helicopter on purpose.
But I did do it on Bourbon Street for one pair of beads.
One pair of beads.
Bro, you're in the
One
moment.
pair.
They let you one pair. It was a good pair.
Oh my
Hey
god.
man, I got my
The
fair
big
share of
beads,
beads.
though.
They let you-
Specialty beads.
They were nice. I was like,
Okay.
all right, I'll do it. It didn't take much coaxing.
Yeah.
They already let you.
You already
drink.
gonna do it. With,
They let you
even
drink
if
on the
it's
street
not
anyway.
beads.
He was already naked, you guys. Come on now. Like, it's not even telling the truth.
My costume was my birthday suit. Let's just get that straight.
Okay, there you go. He just confirmed.
So doing the helicopter was nothing. All right.
He was prepared.
But no,
I come
it's
prepared.
really lit. Like I actually, me and one of my exes, we were dating at the time, obviously. We went down there and hit a strip club, and like my reputation at strip clubs, I'm glad I stopped going. All right, let's just say that because I don't care what's in my bank account.
Oh dang.
It's coming out tonight.
Oh dang.
Oh.
I got in trouble in Puerto Rico like that one time.
What?
Yeah.
Tell us the story, D.
Oh,
No,
I
we
didn't
gotta-
go into this.
No. You cannot start a story.
I was
can't just
doing that
text
for a
the
question.
people.
No. We gotta know what the D.
Actually, that ties into a different story
Uh,
that we will share at a different time.
in this episode.
Please.
Whole piece, man.
This song cracks me up. Oh,
So
man.
my question was so I was talking about like going to a strip club there. I've been to a lot of strip clubs, right? That particular time I went with one of my girls. Well, not one of my girls. She was my only girlfriend. So I went with my girlfriend at the time, right? Let's
You're like,
clarify
let's
that.
not incriminate myself.
Right. I refuse to answer the question on the grounds it may incriminate me. I'm not doing that to myself.
Word.
But yeah, it was actually a dope time. Like, she paid for me to have a lap dance. I was like, you okay with this? Like, for real? Because I'm finna enjoy it. You should last chance. All right. Okay. But no, I got her one too. It was all cool. I've been to strip clubs
It was
there.
all
I've
cool.
been to strip clubs in Miami and Georgia, in like Spain and Chile. But it's crazy. So my question was, would you ever go with your significant other?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
like
like that.
fucking turn the fuck up. As long as
Hell
like
yeah.
they're like on the same level of like trying to turn up with you, like fuck yeah, let's do
I
it.
told you, I like the way she told
Yeah.
it. That's what I'm saying.
No.
We're on the same level.
Right.
Yeah.
As long as no
Match
one's trying to
energies.
put out some weird like I'm gonna be mad later vibe, like
Mhm.
fucking turn up, like have fun, like for
We
real,
know why we here.
right? Yeah, yeah.
What about you, Dash? Would you?
Yeah, same level, dog.
Same level?
Legit. Because if one of us is not feeling it,
That's when it's gonna go all bad. Like if anyone has a little bit of sour feelings, like you guys aren't gonna be sleeping well later. Like probably
Yeah.
not. Like
Trevin, tell me I didn't open up a can of worms.
Not even a little bit.
Homie
Shouts
said
out to
you
my
are-
wife, man. There, shouts the fuck out.
Shouts out.
No,
yeah.
turn the fuck up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Word,
dope.
indeed.
Dope.
Yeah, and all
actually,
that.
I believe that. Like, you guys are chill.
Yeah, she's chill. She's crazy.
Yeah.
She's chill. She's
She
crazy.
was dating a woman
What
when
an
I met her.
oxymoron. It's like
She'd go.
it's like jumbo
Just for
shrimp.
like the novelty
Yeah.
of like having bonds. We've never done that. I've never fucking been to a strip club. I've never like cared to, but
Really?
yeah.
I wouldn't recommend going to one in Utah.
Well, we would go just probably for the novelty of like having been to one.
Right.
Is what I'm saying. Like,
I haven't even been to one here, but I know.
I've heard-
I
I've heard
just know.
stories.
there's
Not
like
go to
weird
one here.
limitations. I think like they can't be fully nude if you serve alcohol, and if you serve alcohol, they have to have at least pasties and maybe like bras. I don't know.
Which is the dumbest. I'm not gonna get into it. You guys hear about Bill Cosby tweeting from jail?
No.
You like the segue from nothing.
I
to
love it.
something.
Speaking of Bill Cosby.
It's crazy to me that people can just be tweeting in jail. Like,
I
that's
mean,
crazy to me.
It's
Like,
Bill Cosby.
I mean, I know, like, when you're, like, a celebrity and shit and you have extra money, you guys, they get extra, like, privileges and special places and shit, but it's still crazy to me that they just, how the fuck you guys get cell phones? Like,
Summer, that's the crazy thing to you?
that's crazy.
My crazy thing is, how is he tweeting and the man is blind? Nobody thought about that?
No, dude, he's got an entourage in there, bro.
Okay.
He's got guards and he's got like other inmates.
I gotta ask this.
He's
When
just
did
a
Bill
whisper.
Cosby
like
go
a high
blind,
risk
dude?
level on his
He's
team.
been going blind pretty much his whole career.
Oh my goodness.
Love him or hate him, he's Bill fucking Cosby,
He
and
is.
he's got the money
I
to
have no
have
idea.
whoever's around him, like his, you know what I mean?
In jail?
Yeah.
His entourage, you think his entourage is doing time with him?
No, I
Oh,
think
okay.
the people that are
He
doing
has an
time with him
entourage.
are
Okay.
gonna, by default, be his entourage based
Okay.
on the fact that he's
He's Bill Cosby.
rich and freaking powerful.
Yeah.
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 They said he was like teaching classes and shit and making people laugh in jail.
Legit, I can see that.
Why
Yeah.
does that not fucking surprise me?
Right before he went to jail, he was still doing shows.
Mm.
I don't know who was at those shows.
Probably.
But he just was going on stage like nothing was going on. Like,
He's blind. He can't see that nobody's out there.
people were there.
So, on that note, no, he was tweeting about the Gayle King interview that I'm sure you guys didn't hear about, right?
I kind of heard some shit
Gayle
about
King.
it.
Okay.
Interviewed.
You know who Gayle King is?
Yeah, she interviewed someone.
She's a friend of Oprah. Yeah, she
Oprah, yeah.
interviewed Lisa Leslie
Yeah.
from the WNBA, which. Side
Oh
note,
yes, yes.
I got to see her play,
I
by
saw
the
that
way.
one. Yeah.
So she was asking her about Kobe and
Yeah.
his rape allegations, which, by the way, I must say, it got thrown out.
Mm.
I won't say exactly why, but because,
Mhm.
right? So they got thrown
Because.
out. So she asked Lisa Leslie about, the whole thing, and then she did also ask, should it be even brought up, as a part of his legacy and everything. Which I feel like by asking that question, you just brought it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As
Word.
part of his legacy. Excuse me, even though all that was thrown out. And he never got convicted of anything. But anyway, so with that being said, of course, everybody was all up in arms and stuff, especially after being so soon after Kobe died, rest in peace. So Snoop Dogg actually got on Instagram and called her, and I quote, a dog-faced bitch,
Damn.
end quote.
That's very unnecessary.
Very unnecessary. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn.
That's harsh.
That's-
I
yeah.
get it, but damn,
That's
I don't
harsh.
get that. You know what I mean? But anyway, so they were saying, making all these comparisons. Why you going after all these black men? Why don't you go after Harvey Weinstein? Blah blah blah. And then they said something about like hashtag free Bill Cosby, which again I don't agree with. But they said hashtag free Bill Cosby. And then so Bill Cosby starts tweeting, and then starts to thank Snoop Dogg, which is crazy because he hated like rap and all that stuff. He hated people cussing or making, if it made black people look, a certain way. And now he's like, oh, thank you so much. And I just thought it was like interesting. You guys have a take on that? That's a lot for you guys to digest, huh?
It's a lot, bro. But at the same time, I get why. Who commented on that?
On
On the Gayle King.
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg. I get
Everybody,
why.
but in this particular.
I get why Snoop Dogg would kind of say that because of what
Mm.
has been happening with like Russell Simmons and
That's another one he brought up.
so forth. You know what I'm saying? Like 50 Cent has been talking about that too.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like 50 Cent is normally beefing and doing other
Right.
stuff, so it's like, oh damn, 50 Cent's involved. Okay, but yeah, I think they just frustrated,
Yeah.
and especially with Russell Simmons, the reason why Oprah didn't pursue that interview
Mhm.
was because she was getting conflicting evidence
Right.
from all of the people involved. You know, so
Right. Look at you know some pop culture. Some current events.
Oh,
But no, for real though, that's true.
yeah.
That's why she threw it out.
Mm.
I don't know much, man, but I'll tell you what. I think there's a difference. I don't think there's a question about Bill Cosby. I think that some of these it's hard to tell, you know.
Mm.
And I don't think everybody has a place to speak on it, but everybody wants to speak on it, and everybody wants to have a voice and be heard. And not everybody needs to be heard.
Also, too, there's a fucking time and a place for everything. Like, was that the time and was that the fucking place? Like, the man just fucking died.
Right.
Like,
no time to breathe.
sure, like, fucking, if you want to talk about this at some fucking point. But really, like, he just died and you guys they're all trying to process this shit still. And to bring up some disrespectful shit like that, there's just a time and a place. And that, the time and the place was wrong and that's what made it disrespectful. Like,
Exactly.
it just didn't, it could have waited. It could
They
have
haven't even put the man in the ground.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, buried?
Fuck.
They're having the memorial. I don't know when they're gonna bury him, but they're having the memorial center service on the 24th, which is 2/24/2020.
Isn't it crazy how
His daughter's
so
number
much...
was 2. His number was 24. His second number was 24.
Oh, word?
And then he played for 20 years, so 2/24/2020.
Word.
What were
But
you
isn't
saying?
it crazy how there's
Strap
so
on your
much
tinfoil hats, kids.
stuff around Kobe's death? First of all, like the way people heard how he died. Everyone thought it was like fake shit.
Exactly.
think
You
they
don't
make
want
up-
to believe it.
It ended up it was true. Now they're saying they're doing some research into the helicopter and how there wasn't a mechanical failure and so forth. And then like his wife and the media and everyone on the internet responding to his wife and his family. It's just like a lot, dude. I
Yeah.
feel like social media is exaggerating a situation. Everyone dies.
Yeah.
But for some reason, Kobe's death is like, I don't know.
It's impactful. It's crazy because he was
Definitely.
definitely a living icon.
Yeah.
Legend.
Exactly.
He'll always be a
for
legend.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure. He definitely a living legend, for sure, man. It's crazy though. I agree completely. I hate to do this, but I wanted to bring it back because I did read something that I put in my notes too that I really wanted to bring up about the Super Bowl halftime show. You guys, like I said, know about J-Lo and Shakira catching hell, right?
Oh, yeah.
So did you guys hear about the evangelist, that pastor, that like wanted to sue the NFL or whatever?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
He was like, I want to sue her for $867 trillion. And he was like, I didn't know there would be crotch shots. He was like, you can't even see hoes on TV. I thought that shit was funny. You said you heard about it?
Yeah, you can see hoes on TV.
I don't know what he was talking about, man. Like, he was really offended.
I didn't hear that much. I just heard about it. Yeah.
Oh, man.
I seen like a headline scrolling through Facebook.
He
or
said
something,
so much
but
funny stuff.
Just pastor sues NFL or whatever.
Like, Charlamagne the guy said, where do you come up with that number?
What even kind of number is that
like,
though?
What are you accounting for damages or
Oh my
psychological?
God.
Like quote it again. What?
You couldn't think of a number, so you came up with your phone number?
Right. Trillion. It was crazy. So here's a whole different thing, changing this whole vibe. Something came up this week that kind of stuck with me. Somebody was talking about life experiences, right? They didn't necessarily say good or bad, but I wanted to get you guys' top 5 life experiences off the top of your head. We can go 1 all the way through, and then 2, because off the top of my head, I can think of 1.
Okay.
And we can just go this way, I guess.
Start us off.
Yeah.
then. Start us off.
Boom.
I got you.
Let me see. 1, 2. Okay, so my top, well, not top life experience. That sounds horrible. It's morbid, kind of. One of my top 5 life experiences off the top of my head, I must clarify again, is probably the 3rd time I almost died. It was, life-changing. Yeah, I said 3rd time. It was life-changing. I went into anaphylactic shock. So basically, for the people that are listening that don't know what that is, it's like when you're allergic to something, and then like your throat closes up, so you kind of like suffocate, all types of stuff. Like for me, that was the first thing to go. I couldn't breathe. Then I went blind. I lost all feeling in every limb, and then I fell to the floor. There were like, this was in the military too, by the way.
Okay, that's scary.
Yeah. But there were combat medics around too, so like I actually yelled for one of them before like I couldn't breathe. And they came in, picked me up, they hit me with epinephrine, what do they call those?
EpiPen?
EpiPen, thank you guys. Why did I remember epinephrine?
I know
Not
the actual
epi.
fucking name, not the easy one. Like.
Right. I watched too much Grey's Anatomy. So they hit me with the EpiPen, right? And like within 5 to 7 seconds, immediately I was absolutely better. I'm like that.
Like back to normal?
Like full of energy because it's adrenaline.
Oh.
Like everything went back to normal. I'm like, oh man. And so about 10 minutes later, when the paramedics had actually shown up and everything, I was getting ready to go to the hospital. When I was in the ambulance, they were like, yeah, about 3 more minutes, you'd have been gone. And I'm like, thank you. Shit. Damn. But seriously though, thank you. For saving my life.
Thank you.
That was very life changing because I immediately started crying probably about when I was sitting in the ambulance and everything hit me. I was like, oh, I was almost not here anymore.
Yeah. And then everything went back to normal the next day.
Nah, it really changed my perspective
lasted
on a
for a
bunch of
minute?
stuff. Like
Yeah.
even now, I'm like living every day like it should last is crazy. And now I really feel like I'm not really that scared of actually dying. And now how it happens, may be another story. But that's one of my top 5 life experiences. Summer.
Okay. Alright, so, fuck. I guess it's been a minute now, too. Fuck, it's been like 10 years. So when I was younger, when I was like 16, I had the older boyfriend. And he was a drug dealer. And it was just one of those things where you're like, I don't know how the fuck this is going to play out. But, so anyway, we're on the way back from going and getting a bunch of drugs in California. We're in the middle of Nevada. And I'm like 16. I'm fucking wearing a Miley Cyrus shirt, like a fucking Hannah Montana shirt
It's
at
a
the
party
time.
in the USA.
I just remember that because I'm like, I look like a fucking child in this fucking seat right now. But whatever. Anyway, we get pulled over in the middle of Nevada. He's got like 30,000 like pills of ecstasy in the trunk in a suitcase.
Damn. Whoa.
And yeah, so we get pulled over. The cop ends up like he wants him to end up getting out like. He's really, like, focused on the car, because we were driving someone else's car. It was a Subaru. The Subaru looks fucking suspicious. Like, it looks like a fucking drug dealer car. Like, fuck. He ended
All
up
the
getting
odds
out,
stacked
like,
against you.
yeah, all the odds, like, I really thought, like, some shit was really gonna go down. But my ex was really good at just talking his way out of shit, and he did that. They end up getting out of the car. They go to the trunk. He wants him to, like, open it up. He wants to kind of, like, check it out because he's just, he's hell-bent. He's got something in there. He sees the speaker box, and he's just so focused on this box, thinks that there's something in there. He pulls his suitcase, where the drugs are actually at, out of the car, sets them down. They look in the speaker box.
Get it out of the way of the box.
Yeah,
Let me get this out of the way of the box, sir.
He looks in the speaker box, is like, checking it out, like, they end up just like putting it back in, puts the drugs back in the fucking car. We end up going on our way, like, but that was one of those things where I'm like, is my mom gonna have to come and get me in the middle of like Nevada right now? Like, she doesn't even know that I went to California. Like,
one of those situations.
Yeah, so I'm like, what's gonna happen to me?
That's a game changer.
No, and then after that happened, we get back into town and get pulled over again because the tints were too dark. So, like, to finally get back into town, like, we were in West Valley right outside the fucking Lucky Store, actually. Yeah. And
oh, wow.
that happened again, so it's just like, you think you're all good, and then you get pulled over one more time. Thankfully, it was just for some petty-ass shit, but it was just like,
Still, yeah,
one of those days where I'm like, all day, my heart's like out of my chest, like, fuck. So that was pretty up there. That was one of those experiences that I was like, oh, fuck.
Right. Damn.
That's crazy. Bro, like, already the top one is coming to America, dog.
Of course, obviously, yeah.
Legit.
That
was a great movie.
We're so great. We are fucking awesome, bro. I'm so happy for you.
So, dude, that was the biggest thing because I just graduated from high school, lived with my parents my whole life, never had a job. Parents took care of everything till that point. So, like, I had 8 months free between when I graduated high school until I came here. And I realized I had a lot of growing up to do, dog. It was scary because I've never done a whole lot of stuff on my own. I'm used to my parents doing it.
Right.
You know?
You grow up quick.
Yeah. So it was a reality check. Firstly, I lost my passport on the trip here. So, dude, I know.
Wow.
So that would have been messed up.
And what year was this you were coming
2016. And I was
I
was 18. I was 18. So I lost my passport on the way here. And
that's horrible.
Luckily I found it.
It's like the worst thing.
Dude. So luckily I found it. And then after that, it was smooth sailing. But it was... I took like 4 months to adjust to everything because it's a whole different culture. There's
Culture
school. Yeah, and there's no one there to like
do it for you.
No, there's no family structure anymore. It's all you.
Yeah, you gotta figure it out, man. You grow up really quick.
Yeah, because it's not like my parents are in a different state or anything. They're on a different continent, dog. Yeah. So yeah, that was the biggest thing for me, and it was a great experience that I learned from that I'm extremely, extremely grateful for, and I'm blessed because not a lot of people can do that, you know?
Yeah.
So that is the biggest thing.
That's what's up.
How about you, dog?
I have too many stories to ask these kinds of questions too. We've talked about this before, Reg. Damn it. I don't know.
Be good
I'd say
or
like
bad, doesn't matter.
my first time or the last time that I was on stage.
Oof, nice.
Was
that the recent performance?
Yeah, with rapper J.K. Shouts out.
Shameless plug all day, every day.
We shout out fucking everybody though.
We shout out everybody
all the time. So.
Tell us about it. How did it go? How did it feel?
Well, we talked about the last show, so why don't I tell you about one of the biggest shows like I did, like one of my first like real shows. It was kind of a big moment in my life that was kind of went sour. My brother made me do all these drugs like the night leading up. And I told him that I didn't want to get high. And he had all of these pills, and I was like, I just want to play music tonight. Like, and we got high every day. So, he was like, and these were psychedelics, okay? And
gotcha.
I don't want to say what.
Okay. Got it.
We went up on stage all fucked up, and I forgot how to move my fingers, and I was supposed to be playing the guitar.
That'll do it.
So, it was really, I mean, it was cool. It was a really fun performance up until then. There was a lot of people there.
Did it all just hit at one time? There was a lot of people there.
Oh, man.
So, okay. So, we used to take these pills, right? They're like, have you ever heard of, like, kids getting high on Delsum? Like, cough medicine and stuff?
Yeah.
So, it's different from, like, lean and, like...
Like the Corsetin and shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, these little cold pills. They're over the counter.
Chemistry class right now.
And you shouldn't take them recreationally. But you can, and they're a really powerful psychedelic. And they were cheap. And we lived in a city where we didn't know anybody and we didn't know how to get drugs, but drug addicts are still going to get high.
Can we pause real quick?
Yeah.
Delsum? Like the brand?
Yeah, like the same stuff.
I just realized what that was.
Yeah.
What did you do with it?
Or like
now?
Robitussin, or like...
what do you just like drink a bunch of it?
It's got this chemical in it that's really good at breaking up the mucus in your throat when you have a cough and you can feel the wheezing, but like when you're coughing and nothing's coming out. And, like, you just gave yourself a headache coughing. So there's a chemical that's really good. Whoa! Technical difficulties.
Oh, my goodness.
That happened out of nowhere.
Yeah, it did.
Dude. Holy shit.
Came out of the thing, man.
Okay.
Help.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, shit. We don't pause for nothing.
No pauses. Promise me no pauses.
Just leave it. Don't put it back in. I have to do something else.
I bet that's gonna hit the viewers or listeners' ears.
I'll have to do something in editing. I don't do a lot of editing because it's a podcast,
But
or we'll leave it uncut.
So you can get high off of Nelson.
So the same
Now,
chemical
I'm
I was
interested in
referring
this. What the hell?
to, it's like
Not
acid,
doing
but not as fun, and it's terrifying.
Yeah, I don't want to do it.
But it was cheap, so we could do it every day, and we were drug addicts, and there was nothing else in that town.
Okay.
So you could get it from the store. Like, you could just steal it from the Family Dollar. Shout outs to Family Dollar. so he's like,
a discount.
my brother's like this crazy guy, man, and he's like, well, we play better when we're tripping, and we need to trip to do the show. And I'm like, no, I don't wanna. I just wanna play music.
Mm.
And anyway, long story short, he got me really high. The show was kind of a disaster.
Wow. Interesting.
We drove like an hour to the town that we were playing in.
We'll do.
So that was sucked.
My bad for interrupting.
No, you're
We'll
good.
we'll do 3 instead of 5 because that shit is long.
It's long.
Number 2, I'll actually go with the whole living outside of the country thing too because it is a freaking life changer. It's a game changer. You do grow up quick. When I did my exchange semester in Chile, down in South America, it was interesting. I did have to grow up and figure stuff out for myself. Like in this whole big city that's like supposedly bigger than New York, right? It's the first time I had seen mountains like they have mountains, but they don't have them. They're not as pretty as they are here. But like the city I was in, Santiago, is in the valley, so it's just like here, but except it's like a complete circle of mountains. It's crazy. But I had to find a place to live. I moved down to in the middle of downtown. That was crazy. I had to go find my way to the store every other day, cook, you know what I mean? That was when I learned how to use a subway. Like living outside the country is when I learned how to use a subway. So big game changer for me, life changer.
Bro.
You got a number 2?
I was not prepared for number 2.
Not necessarily a
I
number 2,
mean,
just
On the
Damn.
spot.
a second one. Oh fuck.
I didn't talk long enough.
No, I thought you were gonna go longer. I'm like, I thought I had time to think about my life. I'm like, I don't even know what I do. I don't even know what I do.
Yeah.
Alright.
I just go through the days and hope for the best.
We can come back.
Come back. Circle back to me.
Come back. Anybody wants to jump?
Oh,
I
God.
mean, I that was the biggest one that came from the top of my head.
You don't have 2 more off the top?
I'd have to really think.
Am I the only one?
You should
I'll
have
tell you
prepared
what.
us a little bit. Come on now.
I'm realizing that.
I'm like, you thought about this. I feel like you got some time.
I honestly had not thought about it.
Okay, I'm like, you just seemed really fucking prepared.
That was just the first thing that popped in my mind, life-changing.
You had 2.
experience.
You had 2.
Well, I only had the second one because Dash had his first one.
That's how
Okay,
Maybe
so
one
the
is a
tree
good
comes
number.
over.
I don't know.
What was a good number?
You want a good number?
Hey, I got an
Seems
idea
unfair.
if you want to switch gears to something devil's advocate related.
I kind of got one, but I want to hear what you got. I might
Okay.
save it till later. What do you got?
Is it the same one you got?
No, it's not.
Okay, I was no, I kind of want to hear yours now.
No, go ahead. Tell us yours, dog.
All right, I was gonna ask y'all what y'all think about pineapple on pizza. Let's open that can of worms for the internet.
Fuck.
Okay, it wasn't that one at all. It was not that one. You know what? I'm a big contradiction because I say, hell no to pineapples on pizza, but if you give me one, I'll eat it.
Oh my god, seriously, same.
We won't
I'm
go.
like, sure,
Hypocrite.
sure. I'm like, if you,
I almost said, hell no, we won't go, but I'm like, this doesn't go.
whatever, on my pizza.
It doesn't. Hell no, this
it
don't
doesn't go.
Hell no, pineapple don't go. But I'll eat the shit.
Right,
So,
yeah, I'm like, I don't know, I I'm not gonna order it myself. I'm not gonna order a fucking pineapple on
Right.
ham
Who does
pizza,
that? Orders
but
it.
I do that.
if it's fucking
But
there.
if it's free, you're not gonna be disrespectful.
I'm not gonna
I'm gonna eat the
disrespect-
fucking slice of pizza. I'm gonna eat that shit, and I'll eat the
It's
pineapple
food,
on it
yo.
too.
Exactly.
It's a good topping. Like pineapples are the dankest fruit on the
They're
planet.
so good.
I
They
don't
are
disagree
good.
with that, but I do
They don't-
disagree that they are the best
The
on
problem
pizza.
is
Bruh.
just sometimes it kind of just depends on the pepperoni and it kind of depends on the pineapple. Because when they use like some old ass fucking canned pineapple, you're like, what the fuck is this?
Oh, it has
Yes.
wrinkled ass,
Oh,
dry
yeah.
ass pineapple.
Yes, I'm
But-
like, what the fuck? Like,
I don't know where you guys get your pizza from.
Like
I
I
don't know.
said, I don't order it myself. So
Same.
I mean, this is someone else's pizza that I've seen with pineapple. I
We're
mean,
gonna have to get pizza.
you
after
know.
this.
Oh, I love pizza.
So the real devil's advocate question is that one? Did you want to go with that one, or you have another one?
No, that was just me.
Oh, I have
I wanted
a
to know
really
what
good
y'all
one, if
thought.
you don't mind.
Yeah.
Let's hear yours out, Rich.
All right, devil's advocate this week is,
Dun, dun, dun.
okay, so can you? Let me preface it real quick. So we here, since we have a woman, I'm really gonna be a
Okay,
devil's advocate this
okay.
week.
Let's hear
I'm glad I get to practice this.
So
So we
we're
hear,
all interested.
so we hear all this shit about like.
Oh, come on now, get it out, spit it out.
Alright. So we hear all this shit about like, oh, I'm a strong, independent woman, right?
Mm.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
So we hear all that. And then like, a lot of times, yeah, no, I'm not even gonna go
No,
there.
you
So,
give no.
my
You
question
must,
is-
no,
my
you
question-
must come with what you were gonna say for real. Don't
I'll-
switch up just because.
I'll go
Like-
into it in my answer.
Okay,
then.
okay.
So, can a woman be independent in a relationship? This was something off the Breakfast Club months ago,
Oh,
but I
fuck.
could not wait to hear a good side of this.
Oh,
Can you
fuck.
be independent in a relationship?
Independent in a relationship.
You can, but it takes like a certain kind of people. Like some people are just naturally codependent.
Mm-hmm.
It just and they don't even realize it. Like it's just something that happens a lot of the times and they don't even know. But yes, you can be, and I feel like strong relationships are people who can be independent, like and have their own lives as well as come together and have their like a life together also. But
Mhm.
that's just hard. Like most people cannot do that. I really truly believe that most people cannot do that. Like it really does take like a certain kind of people. Like so many people really are just codependent and they don't even realize it. It
Mhm.
happens. Like so can they? Yes, but most of the
Can
time,
they?
no.
Do they?
Huh.
Do they usually?
Alright.
No. Yeah.
Alright.
No. That's
Alright.
kind of that would be my like opinion on it.
Dash, you look like you want to say something.
Well, I'd like to see how it plays out, cause, like legit, in all honesty, I feel like a lot of people are codependent. I don't know necessarily a lot of independent people who just do their thing on their own all the
Yeah.
time.
Let me clarify the question then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me clarify it. Independent as I'm a strong, independent woman. I don't need no man. I got my own money.
Only,
you know what I mean?
I only know one woman who's like that, and that's
Your
Oprah.
mom?
That's
Oh.
it.
I mean, again, like
Oprah has a
can.
man though.
But
They
she's
can,
not married
but-
though.
that's just usually not the case. Let's be honest. That's just usually not the case. But yeah, that happens. But do I personally know anyone like that? I don't know. Like I can't really off the top of my head. I can't really think of anyone. But I also don't know what the fuck. I don't know people's expenses and what the fuck they're doing in their lives. You know what I mean? Like
True.
I don't know who's paying for their fucking dinner every night when they go out. Like
Right.
do they split the bill sometimes? Does he always pay for that shit? Like we don't really know. We
Does he
just don't
always
ever
pay?
know. You know?
I
Like
feel you.
so.
I like the way you asked that because
Yeah,
you
we
were like,
don't.
damn, he shouldn't pay every time.
Like,
That's
do
what-
we
that's
know?
what I
Like,
think. I
yeah,
like that.
no. I mean, you should treat each other. Like,
Yeah.
that's how it should go. Like, when you love someone, you want to do things for them. You want to spend money on them. You want to do those things. And fuck, I would hope that you're investing your time in a reciprocal relationship because people deserve that. You should
Word.
spend your time on people who want to spend time on you. Like, yeah.
But
Respect.
does that make
Yeah.
somebody codependent?
That's what I was gonna
That-
Does
say.
that make somebody dependent on you just because, like, yeah, maybe I like to pay for dinner
Yeah.
because I'm a
See-
nice guy?
Yeah.
Does that mean I need to? No, she can
No.
handle herself.
Yeah, no. And that's where the communication and knowing each other and how that works. Like that, it's hard. That's
being
hard.
able to handle herself. Does that necessarily translate to she's independent?
And two, that's gonna really, at the end of the day, that's really gonna come down to a conversation probably between them. Do you want to pay for everything? Do you want to split everything? Like, it really is gonna have to you have to communicate that, because some people, again, are kind of naturally codependent, and they're gonna, or don't even realize it. They might take advantage of that person always paying. They might not really think of it like, oh, I should pay too, but some people are givers and some people are takers. That's the other thing. It's like, some people are always going to fucking take. They're always going to fucking take no matter what. So, again, you got to communicate, and you have to recognize if that person is taking advantage of you, and like...
I actually just read something on the internet, because, I spend a lot of time on the internet. Something that said, givers need to know their limits because takers don't have any.
Exactly. No, that is deep. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's deep.
Yeah. But... Trevin, what's your take on it, bro? Can you be independent?
Can a woman be independent in a relationship? Yes.
In a relationship.
Do they? Sure. Sometimes. I don't know the percentages. I won't say I will. In fact, no. I know. These are facts that are not based on evidence.
8%.
8% of women.
Yeah, pretty much y'all covered it. I mean,
how would you guys define independence?
Independence.
I mean, I don't think that a certain level of like depending on somebody is a bad thing necessarily.
It's not.
Like, hear me out. My wife is independent
Yeah.
as hell. Like, she just does her own thing. She knows what she needs and where it is. Now, like, I'm lost without my wife. I'm dependent on her to survive. I don't know where I would be if she hadn't been here the last few years. I'm a mess, bro.
That's what I'm hearing.
We love that you recognize also.
Like you just kept going. You just kept going.
That's what starts, right?
I mean, I'm nothing. Basically what I'm saying is I'm a mess.
But it's
I'm not saying
winners.
like that I take
It's winners.
advantage of her and like, I mean, I pay for like movies and stuff. I don't know. I haven't taken her out extremely recently. Probably should.
Trevin, was there a point to this?
I don't know. You asked me my opinion. I think I flipped it on you. A man can be dependent on a woman. That's my take on the situation.
I like it.
That's your point.
That's true.
Way the devil's advocate.
Respect.
Way to advocate for the devil today, Trevin.
Yeah.
Good job.
But he does bring up a good point. It's always seen as the woman who needs the man, but the man also needs the woman. You know what I'm saying?
Not true.
See,
Not true.
I don't know.
I said that just to get people
I actually think that's what really how it goes. Like, I know a lot of men who really, y'all are a fucking mess without your lady. You were doing some weird ass shit. You were not cleaning your house properly. You were not folding your laundry properly. You were not cooking that fucking chicken
She's
properly.
calling you out,
I'm sorry.
son.
I don't know who I'm calling out, but I know it's so many people right now.
Yeah.
Like, you were a mess without your ladies, and
Yeah.
you need to fuck. I love when I just love hearing people.
Dude,
say
I love
that.
the honesty.
On behalf
I
of
love
some
the
of men
honesty.
everywhere,
Yo,
we need to hear this.
I want to share
Wow.
something with y'all. I want to share
She
something.
said y'all were doing some weird ass shit.
You're
I don't know
doing
what
some
you
weird ass
did.
shit. For real though.
Y'all
like,
need some
Yeah, I want to share something with y'all real quick. So I noticed guys tend to look at the broader picture of things. So let's say moving into an apartment.
Talk to me about
Right?
that. Okay.
So moving into an apartment, a young guy would see that as, okay, cool, I need to get this apartment, I'm gonna need some furniture, I'm gonna need some stuff, right? He's gonna move in without any of that stuff at first. Whereas a woman would do
Completely
the
true.
opposite.
we're gonna
She'd-
get those things from like
First-
our like. We'll go out and buy them, or we'll
Yeah.
get them from our family. We'll
Uh-huh.
go to the thrift store. we're.
Dude, I've noticed that's a
I'll
big
figure
thing.
it out.
That's a common thing.
I'll figure it
A
out.
guy can have just like a TV and a mattress
Yeah.
and he's
Like-
It's a
good.
disgrace, you guys.
Let me
That
feel-
shit is a disgrace.
let me feel the space
Like,
real Let me fill the space for about 8 months.
In fact-
Get a feel for where I want to
in fact,
go with
yes.
it. And then maybe I'll get like an awning or some shit.
You remember my apartment? You remember my apartment at District North, dog? You remember what that looked like?
I remember.
Why don't you tell us about your most recent move, Dash?
My recent move?
Yeah, the mattress you got for that.
Oh,
I don't got a
that's
mattress
story.
right now, dog. My mattress popped,
Bro, I've been.
My air mattress popped.
All right.
So I've been crashing on the couch.
Been there.
He has a
Trust me.
bedroom.
I have a bedroom, but I've been sleeping on the couch, dog.
You ever heard of
So-
a pallet?
You told me about
We
that.
make those. down south, we make pallets.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Whew. But
yes.
yeah, dude, I love this topic so much.
You know exactly. Thank you. You just confirmed that you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
Legit, I don't have a mattress right now.
You go onto their house. Yeah, there's an air mattress on the floor.
For real.
There's maybe a dirty
deflated
ass
air mattress.
couch
Nah,
that somebody
my room
gave
is
to
clean.
them.
My room is
Like-
clean AF.
Okay, well that's rare and that's good because most men are just like, I don't see that dust. I don't see that
Sad
dust.
but true.
I don't see that juice I just spilled. I don't see that macaroni on the floor.
I'm gonna
Like-
mop this weekend. I'll get it then. I'll get it then. When I mop this weekend.
No.
What does?
It doesn't matter. The girl's coming over and could see this and think it's gross.
I'll just put a towel on top of it.
Exactly. Like.
Slide the rug below. Who cares if it's in the middle
Hey,
of
Reg,
the...
that's the weird shit she was talking about.
Oh, that's the weird shit? No. For the record,
Oh my god.
I clean.
Oh my
My
god.
mom taught me how to clean, for the record, and I do my own laundry.
Say
I'm
got
just advocating the devil.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, you'll learn.
Shouts out to
after
the
time.
weirdos, though.
Word. I mean,
You do need women, though. That was a true ass statement.
That is, yeah.
You need them to teach you some stuff.
Whew.
Yeah, so I guess that's a good place to stop the podcast.
Hell yeah.
So thank you guys for tuning in on whatever platform that you're listening to this or watching this on YouTube. We appreciate you guys. As always, follow us on social media at Convosaries. If you have topics for Devil's Adversary, what did I just say?
Adversaries.
Devil's
Yes, I love
Advocate.
it.
Devil's Adversary. We should probably change that now.
Adversary.
Devil's Adversary.
Yes, okay.
So if you have new
Love
topics
it.
for Devil's Adversary, send them in to convosaries@gmail.com. Follow me at Reg Travels on all socials. You want to give socials?
You might as well. I mean, if you like seeing booty and me half naked, like follow me on Instagram at potato chip bitch.
No. It's patata chip,
Oh,
bitch.
it's potato. You gotta say potato.
Oh, okay.
Potato
Potato.
chip bitch. So
Potato.
POTATA chip CHIP
Mhm.
bitch. You know how to spell
You know how to
bitch.
spell
All
it.
right. You know.
Hit me up on Dash Makota on all platforms.
And the chosen one on Instagram.
Homie's timing's on point. Yeah.
Great job this week,
For real though. For real though.
Thanks you guys for tuning in. We'll holla at you later. Peace.
Peace. Dude, that was dope.
Good one.
That is dope.
Yeah.
Another episode down the hatch.